And my church, I feel like I'm going there. I'm helping to pay for a legal team. So I don't want to go, no, they only rape kids. Come on, here we go. You're not against that, are you? Jesus Christ. Dude, if you took 90%.
Okay.
Did that make sense?
Yeah.
Going around saying that 87% of the world sucks, you're not going to get one.
No, but this is the thing.
They're not going to give you one.
I can say that because there's nothing you can take away from me. What are you going to do? You're going to say I can't do stand-up in strip malls anymore? That's usually the punishment. So the genius. I fly a lot, and there's this whole new thing of generation of people that take their socks and their shoes. Make sure, you know, she doesn't marry a jerk. And then, yeah, then I can just kick off, and that'll be it. Happy holidays, everybody. There you go. I think he just kind of, like, told people what to invent. Like, he just kind of came in like, I want my whole music collection in that phone. Get on it! And then all these nameless, faceless guys made it happen. Yeah. And then they have the big nerd concert, and he goes out there by himself. No belt. Doesn't owe you an apology. You know, you just don't go to the restaurant anymore.
Right.
Rich kids just sit around, you know, doing blow, sitting in Ferraris. They don't do anything. It's the poor kids that they make stuff happen. So
yeah.
Why respond to somebody who's being negative to you on Twitter?
Because it's fun. Women are so overrated, right? We went from We went from not listening to them, right? We went from We went from not listening to them to now it's just you know, it's ridiculous. Like that Believe women. It's like all of them.
I mean, I don't know.
Again, the good old days.
Yeah. Anyway.
You know, they don't even call it Alphabet City anymore. You know that? They call it like the Lower East Side. Things, gentrification, whatever.
Was that offensive to illiterate people?
What about the angle, there was a...
Taking notes. That's what I did when I was a kid. I'll never forget that.
Because it goes the opposite direction now, of course. You get a tax break for the more kids you get. So you're saying it should go the other direction.
Yeah, no more kids. I'm anti-kids. They need to be stopped. It's 1 year what people should do. You know, like Richard Branson, one of these hot air balloon rich guys, should just like float in over them right before it and just start dropping everything that they want. But even then, they would start stampeding. Like, no matter how.
I argue with you because I gave up the stuff to Lent and it's driving her nuts.
You never saw.
What do you think about population, world population?
It's completely out of control.
Well, what about be fruitful and multiply?
I think we did that. I think we achieved that goal, and it's time to move on to something else. I mean, it's just going to get worse and worse and worse. Like, I think we need to kind of curb the babies for a minute.
Hey, it's nice to be out here in Denver, man. It's legal on a state level, but not on a federal level, man.
Buddy out here dressing like they're fucking going hiking. Your North Face pajamas and all the shit you guys have. You guys all live inside.
Shit, coming out my balls out, walking down the street, because that's what Jesus said in John 13. I read it in my Bible study class. I don't give a fuck. And if I get it, I'm going to the hospital and be like, all right, fix me. You were right. Everybody, all hypocritical, all the liberals. You gotta wear the mask, you gotta wear the mask. And half of them, when they talk, they're pulling it down. They have it under their fucking nose. That took their dick out at work. Despite the stats, right? Every 1.6 seconds, somebody takes their dick out and shakes it in a woman's face in a cubicle. You're like, huh? Every 1.6 seconds? I must not have been paying attention. Every 3.2 seconds, some man jizzes on a bird and rubs it in a woman's face. Holy shit! I didn't know that happened. Right? Yeah, so fortunately,
it's just not what it. They got like a mascot now.
They got a mascot?
They got a mascot.
I didn't know they had a mascot.
They tried a mascot in the late 70s, and the guy got pelted with so many, like, cigarette lighters that he quit after, like, 3 games. And that's what I mean. Now I come back to Boston, everybody's like, they like, holding swaying, singing this song. It's just,
It's
the
not the Reds.
Patriots have like a lighthouse at their stadium now.
Yeah.
It's just not the city I left. You would sit there wasting your time. They all say the same thing. They're all like, over the last 4 years, everything good that happened was because of us. And we would have done more good stuff if it wasn't for those guys. And then the Democrats go, oh, we did all the good stuff. It's like you're all working for the same guy. They bet on both horses, and then it just kind of goes. It's not for you, all right? You vote for that guy that says, like, there's a meteor headed right to
Side?
Because I think both the Democrats and Republicans, they just say the same thing. They just say those applause break. I think it's time to get this country back to work. And everybody, some guy with like a Tennessee sign jumping up and down like he's part of it, right? We're all gonna get replaced by like robots. That's what I think, like, eventually.
You think we're all going to be replaced by robots?
Yeah. According to my YouTube and Wiki, we're all gonna get replaced by like robots. That's what I think, like, eventually.
You think we're all going to be replaced by robots?
Yeah. According to my YouTube and Wikipedia research, I think that's the eventual. You know what it is, Conan? I don't have any kids, and if you go too long, you get a little crazy. You become like that black dude in Predator. Remember that guy? Like, I see it over there in them trees. Remember that guy? Like, I see it over there in them trees. Remember that? Become like that guy.
So you've become him because you didn't have children.
Like shaving your head. Yeah. No, you gotta have something. I gotta have a kid. That's what I gotta do. I should just have a kid and play catch with them. Lie to them, tell them that, Santa's coming and all that, right?
No, I think it's too late.
Whatever. At least
October 1st at BillBurr.com.
That's right. And I'm hoping people are going to actually download it and pay for it. I am hoping. It's a big risk now.
Yeah.
That could become like a $140,000 business card. That's going to basically be like. And if you're gonna steal it, can you just be honest and just say I stole it? Can you just do that? Don't be like, we're not stealing it, we're sharing it, man. No, you're stealing it. All right? I hate to tell you this, Lars. No, you're stealing it. All right? I hate to tell you this, Lars was right. He was right. It's stealing. Okay? I did it too.
Lars from Metallica.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, the other Lars.
I don't know. There might be another Lars. I'm just trying
like
to be
a monster movie. Isn't that like the assistant name? Lars, turn the switch.
I don't know. I'm good at this. I fuck up my personal life all the time now. I really do. I'm afraid to get married, man. Why man wouldn't be afraid to get married at this point? Look at Kobe. Look at the shit he's going through right now. Right? Guy's getting a divorce. His wife's gonna get $70 million. Never hit a layup in her life. Can anybody explain these divorce settlements? Can anybody make sense of these fucking things? Tiger Woods. I really do. I'm afraid to get married, man. Why man wouldn't be afraid to get married at this point? Look at Kobe. Look at the shit he's going through right now. Right? Guy's getting a divorce. His wife's gonna get $70 million. Never hit a layup in her life. Can anybody explain these divorce settlements? Can anybody make sense of these fucking things? Tiger Woods' wife, $250 million. She's a babysitter worth $250 million fucking dollars. Can anybody explain these divorce settlements? Can anybody make sense of these fucking things? Tiger Woods' wife, $250 million. She's a babysitter worth $250 million fucking dollars. Somebody, go ahead. Somebody, explain, justify it. Justify it. What, he cheated on her? I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. He cheated on her. Great, the relationship's over right then. Kobe cheated, right? Shouldn't that relationship been over right then? Why did she hand everybody had to wear for an entire month? The most effeminate color they could possibly come up with? All my heroes are going down. Arnold Schwarzenegger, another great man. Another great man. Taken down by that gold-digging whore of a maid he's got. And I'm not saying he's not a piece of shit for doing what he did. It was a piece of shit move. But how come only he got chastised? What about the maid? Why was she called the maid? And then what happens? The smoke clears. Then all these trolls come out of the woodwork and start judging this great man. All these fatties, these fucking old guys who never got any with their jowls, coming on TV, absolutely reprehensible behavior. What kind of a public servant? His legacy is like they have any idea what it's like to be tempted at that level, right? Like they have groupies as they waddle out to their Mercury Tracer. Times what you need. I'm on my 3rd attempt at Rosetta Stone Spanish, right? How can I judge these guys? I can barely handle the temptations of Facebook. I'm going to judge Tiger Woods. I golf. I don't walk off the 18th hole and there's a busload of Scandinavian women waiting to fuck my brains out. Sorry, ladies, gotta go home to the wife, right? No, it kills me. And there's no help out there for guys. There isn't. There's nothing out there to help you handle becoming rich and famous. There's nothing out there to help you handle becoming rich and famous. There's nothing to prepare you for that platoon of whores that's going to form on the horizon, right? Like Braveheart, faces painted, skirts on, will run down the hill, they'll jump on your dick in front of your wife. They don't give a shit. It's not even a handbook out there. I saw one article written about it on the cover of Time magazine. It said, why do so many rich, famous, and powerful men act like absolute pigs, right? And the article was actually written by a woman. That's like me writing a book, The Third Trimester, and What to Expect. Ladies, you're gonna feel the pressure. How the hell would I know? You don't want to hear that from me, right? Then why is this woman telling me what it's like to have a dick? That makes no sense. You have no idea what it's like to have a dick. 24/7. Do it, fuck it, do it. That's what it's saying. Do it. Yeah, do it. That's how we survived as a species. Every man in here is programmed to fuck 85% of the women in this room. Right? Yeah, we are. I'm sick of that shit. That's what the law says. 100 years ago, I could beat you with a fucking mop handle. I'd be like, well, that's what the law says. Doesn't make us right. No, it's unreal. And all this shit's going down, and we're not doing anything. What are we doing? Same old shit. Sitting around watching Shark Week. All right? Watching shit about poisonous snakes half a world away. Just filling your head up with all this useless information. What to do if you come face to face with a Bengal tiger? Don't look at it. Don't look away. Slowly back up as you push your friend forward. Right?
I'm sick of Obama's wife. Yeah. This isn't some Republican rant either. It's just kind of first ladies in general. You know, I don't know what it is. All throughout my life, with each presidency, like these first ladies, they've just gotten more and more like chatty. You know? More and more chiming in, like leaning into the frame, spitting out their ideas. It's just like, right? You weren't elected. Shut up. Your husband's not running a lemonade stand here. He's running the country. You don't just chime in. Let me guess, is this considered sexist? It is? Why? Well, okay, you just nodded there, lady. Let me ask you this, all right? Let's say you had a leak in your house, okay? You call a plumber up. He shows up, and he goes, yeah, I think the leak's coming from the upstairs bathroom. We need to shut it up, blah, blah. Then I'll actually think it's coming from the outside. Wouldn't you be like, with all due respect, shut the up. I need a plumber in this moment. I'll extend an olive branch here. All right, at some point, there's going to be the first female president, right? Exactly. Which means at that moment, you're going to have the first male first lady, right? And when that happens, that dude needs a free world. Tell him to pick up the phone, call some Navy SEALs and solve it. What am I going to do? Show up with a sharpened mic stand? Hey, Michelle said to bring him back. Oh, it's unreal. I'll tell you what kills me. Hillary Clinton might run. She might run. That blows my mind. I mean, how she became a senator. She went from being the president's wife to being a senator. She went from being the president's wife to being a senator. Just like that. Lateral move. That's like Tom Brady's wife becoming the next quarterback of the Rams. It's like, what, you hanging out? You just pick it up? I sucked at sports, and then I banged Tom Brady, and I don't know what happened. I just picked up a ball, I started lacing it, I'm leading receivers. It was incredible. What happened? I just picked up a ball. I started lacing it. I'm leading receivers. It was incredible. I knew it was going to be like this. You know what's funny? There's actually people out there that think a woman being president is actually a good idea. You know? Can you believe that? See that? They do. That'll do something. That'll change things.
You know, I do have a dog. That doesn't count for anything. I've never understood that. You know? I love my dog, but I've learned a lot about being a dog owner, man. You know? Any dog's a good dog unless you're a psycho. You know, I got a pit bull. It's still a great dog unless you're a fucking psycho. And evidently, I'm a psycho because my dog has just been a complete maniac over the last, 6 months, you know? I didn't realize that dogs feed off your vibes, you know? Like, if you're chilling, they're chilling, you know? I'm so selfishly in my own world. I'd be, on the computer and would crash and go, oh, really? Really? Dog's over in the corner with, a chew toy. I never noticed, that Game 7 look she was getting on her face. And one day, I amped her up too much, had no clue, and I went outside. We were just walking down the street, and some poor bastard comes the other way, and the dog's like, that's that motherfucker. Lunge at this guy. I had to pull her back. I'm like, dude, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. She's never done anything like that, right? Looking down at the dog, what's wrong with you? Yeah. So I'm like, I gotta take this thing to a trainer, man. So I load it up in the Prius, and I drive over there, right? Yeah, I have a Prius. Go ahead, judge me. I love that shit. You have a Prius, people, you can't win. You got a truck with a big lift kit, people, it's probably because he has a little dick. Right? How come it's not because he has a dick down to the floor? Maybe that's why he needs all that clearance, right? You know? If that means you have a little dick, then if I have a Prius, doesn't have a little slack in it, and this dog just lunged right at the dude's balls, right? And just barely missed him and just got a big mouthful of his big cargo shorts, right? And immediately he just grabs it and goes, all right, get out of here, right? But instinctually, I tried to help out, and he just goes, get the fuck out of here! Yeah, I didn't realize that the only reason why the dog was acting like that was because I was there, and it felt like it needed to protect me. So the second I left, the situation immediately just became awkward, right? Dog was just sitting there okay, I thought we were, together, and it's all right, easy. You play any games with her? I go, yeah, at the end of the hike. I let her, for reward for going on the hike, I let her run up the stairs by herself. I go, go on, Cleo. I let her run up the stairs, and I count 5 1,000, and then I run up there, and then we start wrestling. Put her in a headlock, sweep her front legs, right? But her tail's wagging, She's not growling. I go, that's a good thing, right? He's like, no, it's fucking horrible. I'm like, why? He goes, you just taught your dog to claim the house and then fight for it every fucking day after the hike.
All right, so judging by most of your silence, I will do this math for you. Come on. Let's have a little empathy here. Put yourself in a lesbian's shoes. All right? Who do lesbians date? Women. Who do they do they move in with? Women. Who do they get in relationships with? Women. Who do they eventually marry? Women. And I was thinking oh my God, I did that. I know what the fuck. That lack of estrogen just yanking down your fucking dreams. Now look, it might be a front. I'm not saying all gay guys are just blissfully happy, but it's looking like a pretty good time to me. Dude, they're some of the most positive people I've ever met in my life. Any idea you have, they support it. They're just like, yes, yes, queen, yes, you're fierce, you can do it. Lesbians are up at the bar like a person that actually picks it up and takes it out to the curb at night and puts it in the trash can, right? My wife's hilarious, man. I love her, but she's got some of the worst excuses ever. I'm like, why don't you ever take out the trash? She goes, I would, I'm just afraid of coyotes. I'm afraid of the coyotes. It's like, so am I. So am I. They're rabid dogs. They hunt in packs of 2s and 3s. You don't do it, to tell you what to do with your body. So that always made sense, all right? However, I still think you're killing a baby. See? That's where it gets weird. I sit on the fence and the whole thing makes sense to me. Whatever anybody's saying, don't tell me what to do. It's my body, my choice. That's right, man. She's right. Leave her the hell alone. Oh, you're killing a baby. Well, I mean, there is that. You know? I mean, you know, if we're going to be honest, that is the whole purpose of the procedure. It's been 30 degrees out. Animals are going extinct. There's plastic in the fucking ocean. We don't need any more fucking people. And especially, you know, if you're honest with yourself, have you done anything great with your life? Is the person you're banging doing anything great? The answer to both of those questions is no. What are the odds you're going to make a great person?
Hi, man. What's up? How you doing? Was this too quick a transition? You know what I mean? Like 9, 10 black dudes in a row and then like the whitest man on the planet. Let your eyes adjust. I was watching George Bush today, man. I don't want to be a dick or anything, but could that guy like rehearse before he gives a speech? You know what I mean? Just say it like a couple of times. How awful was he during that hurricane? He just walking out, man. He's just, but you're 5 years old. There's no excuse for that shit. I'm telling you, man, that's the parents' fault. You know, stop feeding him. He doesn't have any money. You know, seriously. He can't go get a job so he can go buy more food. He's got to eat whatever you give him. Just put a plate of seaweed right in front of him. Go ahead, eat it.
Yeah, that's what you did. That's what you did. So why don't you shut up, sit down next to me, and take your talking to. Thank you. So, I don't know what it is. I don't know what the fuck is going on. But I think white women started it.
Tell Stevie Wonder to come down and play some songs tonight.
Now, I found out she's doing a tour because she's doing a book tour. Yeah, she wrote a book. She wrote a book about not having a job. I gotta read that fucking book. Chapter 1, how to know if a dick tastes presidential. How to weed you. By the way, this is gonna be my last show ever by the time this fucking thing comes out. Someday, there's gonna be the first female president, which means there's gonna be the first male first lady. Right? And you wait, you fucking wait. The first time that dude opens these feminists, they're on me. You shut the fuck up! You shut the fuck up! It is her time now. It is her time. She was elected, not you. Go pick up.
Excluding yourself, greatest 5 stand-ups of all time for you.
It's funny you said excluding yourself. Whenever I watch rappers, they always go like, "So me."
I thought I'd make it easier for you. Just get yourself out of that.
It's so fucking funny. It's like nauseating, the narcissism, and then there's something about the honesty of that I love. Well, I'm obvious Sam Kinison. I'm not going one more. I got to.
He's going to give us the top 50.
You know, yeah. I only don't throw Patrice in there just because I knew that idiot. And it would bug him. Yeah. It would bug him if he heard me and if I put him in or if I didn't. But, you know, Mitch Hedberg, Doug Stanhope, Joe Rogan. And this is why I hate doing this, Mike. Being Tony Clifton, reenacting the Kennedy assassination is one of the greatest pieces of physical comedy you're ever going to fucking watch.
Quick impression, Johnson County.
It's unfucking believable. And I got a chance when I did SNL to talk to him about it. I go, "Did you work that out?" He goes, "Nah, he believable." And I got a chance when I did SNL to talk to him about it. I go, "Did you work that out?" He goes, "Nah, he just saw the car and he got in and did it." And it's just like, that's the thing. Just like, fuck, I gotta work hard. Yeah. So there you go. We did it. We talked fucking world politics? Right down. I know there's other people. George Goebel I liked. Gonna go back to the old school guys. George Goebel.
Rodney Dangerfield.
Oh my God, Rodney! Come on.
Yeah, so good.
There's too many of them.
There you go. Bill's favorite 5 stand-ups.
Yeah.
Bill Cosby.
I'm glad you brought him up.
I mean, look,
Louis C.K.
Louis C.K. David Tell.
Oh,
David
David
Tell
Tell
is brilliant.
He's fucking brilliant.
You almost have to be just like, you got to do like, all right, your favorite comedians in New
Snippets. Thank God somebody was rolling a camera back then. There's a scene where you guys are all hanging on the sidewalk, and then Rich Voss walks up and goes, "What is this? A couple of middles? 0 laugh, a pause, and then everybody laughed at him. How bad that bombed." And I was like, "Oh, that's such a great little moment that I don't feel like we have anymore."
Were fucking brutal, Tito. It was so stupid. When I look back now, I mean, it's funny, but it was so stupid. We didn't write one script, one sketch. All we did was try to destroy each other's confidence. It was just such this way, and but what if Bobby's not there? Bobby's not there. I can't use that. It's like, and you couldn't look at the lineup. Like
right.
You can't, so you had no idea it was going to be down there.
And then the worst is when you say one and they're like, "You prepared that." I did. I thought I was going to be smarter. Shit.
We missed that. We really missed out on that. Like I guess when I first got in, I remember Colin Quinn and Keith like beating up on me when I was like brand new, and I was like, "This is amazing. This is But my first.
And somehow it becomes.
Yeah.
It's not, I mean, I'm not going to romanticize like it was all, because I was comics going to me like, why do you sit down there? Just go down and do your spot. And if I was a healthier person, I would have been like, this isn't working for me. I'm not enjoying this. Like, I'd like to come down here and feel good about myself, not feel worse. Oh my God, the amount of shirts I could never wear again.
Right.
It was just like, I remember one time, I think it was Keith. Keith was getting so trashed for what he had.
I've never been in a country where all of a sudden the most powerful army the world has ever seen comes in and takes it over in a couple hours. She must have been terrified, right? And she's a woman. She's into fashion. They show up with those Hugo Boss uniforms. Her knees buckle a little bit. Things start getting ugly. People are getting shot in the street. She's freaking out, And she's a woman. And women know push comes to the option of fucking their way out of a situation. They always got that card they can play, right? All women know this. All women know this. Men don't realize this till they go to prison. But women learn this early on. She had the option, and she took it. I can't get mad at her for that, So she's dead and gone. I think she's up there in heaven. I think, there you go. So, still buy your Coco Chanel. She's still a hero. She was a victim. She was a victim of that time. She was frightened. She was scared. She didn't know what to do. Anyway. So we're living in a fucking weird time. Obviously, beyond all the bullshit that's going on now. Like, every time I think feminism, fuck, what is it now? I'm just fucking with you. Feminism doesn't bug me. It doesn't bother me. I'm not afraid of it or anything like that. For the simple fact that I know it's going to fail, And I take comfort in that. I do. I'm not rooting for it because I know it doesn't like me. Yeah. Do you know why? I think us like more men need to care about this issue. Where are the men to stand up and say something? Like, why do I have to fucking say something? This is your fucking problem. Why are you always dragging us into this shit? I saw a woman a couple months back, professional soccer player, right? She goes on to ESPN or one of these sports channels, and she starts saying no professional female athletes, Serena Williams, the women in the UFC, but nobody's watching your fucking sport. And then you're going to come and you're going to get mad at fucking men. They keep doing that shit. Why are you yelling at us? It's not our fucking job. It's not my fucking job to give a fuck about women's soccer, okay? I have men's sport to pay attention to. It's your bullshit, right? Dude. Yeah. None of you went to the fucking games. None of you. You failed them. Not me. Not men. Women failed the WNBA. Ladies, name your top 5 all-time WNBA players of all time. Come on. Let's hear it. Name 5 fuck about them. They play night in and night out in front of nobody. It's a fucking tragedy. Right? And then meanwhile, you look at the Kardashians, they're making billions. You look at those Real Housewives shows, they're making money hand over fist, because that's what women are watching. And the money listens. You don't want to watch this shit? You watch this shit? They just shit. Real Housewives, bunch of women just tearing each other down. Well, maybe that's why your husband left you. Maybe that's why your husband left. That's why you can't have kids, bitch. That's why your ass is as flat as your titties, bitch, right? That's the message you sent. We would rather watch that than see a bunch of women come together as a team and try to achieve a common goal. We would rather watch them actually fucking destroy each other. Yeah. No. And then in the end, then you fucking yell at guys. And it's like, all right, so let me get this straight. I have to buy you a drink, stop the axe murderer from coming through the fucking window, and I have to watch WNBA games for you? Like, when are you going to pick up your end of the couch? Yeah. I don't have any sympathy for women when it comes to shit like that, because every study they've ever done to determine who's going to end well. Did he say I'm pretty? Oh my God. Get out of the relationship. If every study says that you're smarter, okay, the question you should be asking yourself was, we're so goddamn smart, how are we in the situation we're in? Well? Team, up top, man! You want to get some more mozzarella sticks? As a woman with your bigger brain, you never looked in there and thought to yourself, I'm fucking losing to that? I'm losing to that. Yeah, there's nothing stopping you other than the fact that you guys are just into destroying each other. No, now it's going to get quiet. I see all that sneaky shit you do. Ladies, if you could just support the WNBA the way you support a fat chick that's proud of her body and is no longer a threat to you, you know, that league would be doing better numbers than the NBA. Oh my God. That's one of the saddest things I've ever seen. Oh my God, you're a goddess. You're gorgeous. You look great in that bikini. I would kill myself if I looked like that. Oh my God. That's one of the saddest things I've ever seen. Oh my God, you're a goddess. You're gorgeous. You look great in that bikini. I would kill myself if I looked like that. Keep eating. Keep eating. Lose a toe, you fat bitch. It's just... You saw an alcoholic where you'd be like, oh my God, look at you. You're face down, passed out. Your kids are crying. You're a hero. You're a god. Keep doing what you're doing. Alcoholic where you'd be like, oh my God, look at you. You're face down, passed out. Your kids are crying. You're a hero. You're a god. Keep doing what you're doing. You'd be like, dude, you need to get your fucking shit together. Get off the sauce. Or you don't. And it's like, no. What I kind of learned is fucking everything is sort of a spectrum, right? Not just autism, you know? I'm sick of words getting hijacked. All right, when I was a kid, like the spectrum was the color spectrum. Dr. J and the 76ers played in an arena called the Spectrum, right? So the first time somebody said to me, hey, my kid's on the spectrum, I'm thinking, no, he isn't.
They tore that shit down in 2010. Even a case, a 12-pack, and jean shorts and a half shirt, right? And then this over here, this is like a teetotaler. Like, I tried alcohol, I didn't like it. It just, I've always been into books, That's been my drugs, I like a good book, right? And I'll tell you, when you see me read that book, I am in that book, and I ain't taking that journey, right? But there's all fucking this. Like, my drinking got like all the way, I realized I could, but there's all fucking this. Like, my drinking got like all the way, I realized I couldn't have it in the house. That's what it was. I just like consumed it, and then I got all the way to like right here, right? I mean, I wasn't sucking dick, but the donut shop was over the horizon. The donut shop was in view. And I was like, what am I doing? You know what I mean? I couldn't fucking stop. But then, so then I thought I was an alcoholic. So I went to like an AA meeting, and the people were telling their stories. And after a couple people sharing, I was just going like, all right, I drink, but these people, Jesus Christ. I mean, they were animals. Yellow fingers, still smoking, chowing down pastries. And they're like, Bill, would you like to go up and share some of your stories? I was like, I can't fucking follow that. I had 3 tall bourbons and fell asleep to the Rockford Files. I don't think that's going to follow this guy, I had 3 tall bourbons and fell asleep to the Rockford Files. I don't think that's going to follow this guy, Missing teeth and selling his ass in the street. I can't follow that, right? But there was something going on, so I just realized, I can't have this shit in the house. It's in the house, I'm gonna fucking consume it. Alcohol, even cookies. I tell my wife, get the cookies out of the fucking house, especially Oreos. I'm gonna eat a whole fucking sleeve. And she says, well, why can't you just eat? Well, eat the whole fucking sleeve, and then I won't even brush my teeth. So I'll have that sugar morphine drip, like coming down the back of my throat, and I'll have these crazy fucking Keebler Elf dreams or whatever. Get it out of the fucking house. That's what I need to do. Right? That's what I learned. Like, I have no desire to do heroin whatsoever. However, if it was in my house long enough and the right set of circumstances came along, maybe I talked to my dad that day on the phone, tried to get a job done, and then you lose, and then he just psychologically has the advantage. But if you do it after 17, now you're just beating up an old man. You see his anchor tattoo, you're like, fuck, he was in the Navy. Jesus Christ, I'm beating up a veteran. Oh, man, I feel like a piece of shit here, All right, here's another one for you. I didn't think I was homophobic, right? I didn't. No, because I didn't have a problem. Like, I don't have a problem with it. I have a problem, them getting married or any of that shit. And I thought it was totally natural. I was just like, that's just like how you're born. And when people would be like, oh, no, it's a choice. They're choosing to be gay. I love when somebody said that. Okay, let's say it's a choice. Then that would mean being straight is a choice, right? So that would mean that you, at some point, hypothetically, had a dick and a pussy on the table and had a choice to make. See, on the table and had a choice to make, right? You were sitting there, all right, which way am I going to go? Well, let's see. This one hurts more, but I get to keep my house. And then this one over here feels amazing, but everything seems to disappear down into it. I mean, this is a coin flip. As far as I'm concerned, this is a coin flip. Straight. Hey, Geronimo, right? So I realized, like, I want a woman. What the fuck are you asking me? I don't want some man. I didn't even picture a man. I just saw a male arm from here down to here with black hair with like grease on it just coming up my back going, okay, just breathe. I'm like, it feels better. You fixed it. Get me the fuck out of here. Yeah. So like, I like just the image of that. I like fucking recoiled. And I was almost like defensive. I was like, no, I want a woman, right? And then, the way I look, in my age, I looked like some creep that was looking for a fucking happy ending. You can't be in there like, no matter how I said it, it came off like, yeah, I want a woman. I want a, it's like a gay come in, Yeah, thinking I'm looking for a happy ending, which I wasn't. But, I will say I do have issue with them calling it a full body massage. It's not a full body massage. It's everything but constrained. And that doesn't feel, it feels weird. And I know what you guys are thinking. You probably think, oh, Bill, why don't you just rub one out before you go to the masseuse? It's like, because I won't make the appointment, all right? I'm going to fall asleep upright in the chair, and then my neck's going to be fucked up and my back. Now I got 2 problems. It would be great if they legalized it, though. You know what I mean? It'd be fantastic. You just have like a regular masseuse in there. You know, you got to have the real masseuse at the beginning, right? Because hand job, like most women. Terrible hand job. Most women, terrible fucking hand job. Not even trying to get better at it either, by the way. Like the skill set. Like, you ever get this one, the 3 fingertips? Do you ever just get this? It's like, what are we doing here? Are we waiting for the next lunar eclipse? Is there, what I never thought I'd say this. This is just fucking annoying. You're just like annoying when you just flick the head of my fucking dick while you're at it. What are you doing? All right? You're supposed to be simulating penetration. Oh, it'd be fantastic. I would run a massage parlor like that, like a baseball manager. I'd have the real masseuse go in, eat up about 8 innings, and then I take the lube. All right, you're done. You did a great job. Then you bring in the lefty. All right, let's get in here, right? And she comes in, gives you a hand job better than 90% of the blow jobs you ever got in your life. Then you walk out of there, your body's loose, your balls are empty, you can hear your wife's voice again, and everything's good. Yeah. No, it's a very, I don't know. Times are changing, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. Michelle Obama's doing an arena tour. That's another thing going on. I'm going to say that again. Michelle Obama is doing an arena tour. She's not playing comedy clubs. She's doing arenas. When did First Ladies start acting like they got elected? You know? Dude, being a First Lady, that's not a fucking job. Again, Michelle Obama is doing an arena tour. She's not playing comedy clubs. She's doing arenas. When did First Ladies start acting like they got elected? You know? Dude, being a First Lady, that's not a fucking job. Just standing there smiling and waving. Right? Look how quiet is it in here. Why is it so fucking quiet? You think that's a job? It's not a fucking job. Dude, if you really think it's a job, it's not a fucking job. Dude, if you really think it's a job, just look at her. Right? Look at Obama. When that guy got elected, he looked like he was about 41 years old. When he left office, that guy looked like he was about 73. Right? Look at Michelle. She looks younger now than she did when that dude got elected. What has she done for the last 8 years? Yeah, other than laying a giant vat of Illuminati-level lotion, First Ladies in line. They do. Dude, George W. was president for 8 years. 8 years. I don't even know his wife's name. What was it, Abigail or some shit? Maggie? No clue. Donald Trump's wife stands behind him like a giant meerkat, like... Bill Clinton was president, his wife never shut up. Ah, I want to do help me, my last show ever. By the time this fucking thing comes out. Someday, there's going to be the first female president, which means there's going to be the first male first lady. Right? And you wait. You fucking wait. The first time that dude opens his mouth about some political shit, you watch all these feminists throwing me. You shut the fuck up. You shut the fuck up. It is her time now. It is her time. She was elected, not you. Go pick out some plates, bitch. People did this shit. I remember this one poor woman said she was a PA, went into some director's trailer, and he allegedly came running out, masturbating vigorously while holding a shrimp cocktail. I swear to God. I know that's fucked up, but I gotta tell you something. It's a little bit funny that she felt the need to use the adjective vigorously after she said he was 10 minutes late, the chicken was cold, I think I was raped, career over. What about my side of the story? Fuck your side of the story. You have a dick and balls. We don't want to hear it. Yeah. It's really weird how the whole thing, it went from like nobody listening, men not listening to women at all, to just this total overcorrection that anything they fucking said means it happens, you know?
They got these hashtags like, believe women. Believe women. Just straight across the fucking board. All of them. Every last fucking one of them. What about the psychos? What about the ones that key your car and light your shit on fire because you didn't fucking answer a text? What about them? Huh? How about you believe like 88% and that last 12% that's out of their fucking minds? I think that's a fair percentage, wouldn't you? No? Are you too afraid to not believe? No. That's the world we're fucking living in right now. National anthem. This is a protest about police brutality, the way people of color are treated. We'd like to open a dialogue. He got about halfway through and people are like, my brother's fighting in Iraq, you fucking piece of shit! It's just like, buddy, nobody is saying your brother isn't in Iraq fighting. You're not listening. This is about police brutality. My brother's a firefighter. He watched 9/11 on television. No, buddy. Nobody's saying that your brother's not a firefighter. I had a bone spur in my heel. I can still stand up during the fucking song. Buddy, nobody is saying you can't, all right? You're not listening. That's what it became. It went from not listening to women to just believe women, right? And then, and then people just like, did you see that story? Did you read the story? You can't make something like that up. I always want to be like, well, did you see Star Wars? I mean, somebody made that up. They made like fucking 15 of them, People can make shit up, right? You're part of the fucking problem. Get the fuck out, No.
You're just sitting there alone. What did this Asian motherfucker do? I would love to hear the rest of this story, right? Dude, I would tell the exact same story, right? I'm standing there, right? This fucking Asian comes in, right? Everybody's all like, whoa, hey, easy, Jesus, dude. What year is it, It's like, dude, I just said what he said. I just preempted the fuck. That's all I did. He suggested he's hooking up with people's mothers. I'm not even doing that. It's just a quick, I got it.
Comics doing bits like the next day, like, oh, white people scared now. White people is scared now. Yeah, the Pope is black and shit. Could you just feel it? That was like a half-hour material. It went out the fucking window. The second they picked another white dude. It was endless. Pope Mobile's gonna be pimped out, and you better not be shooting at this Pope. A black Pope will be shooting back at your ass. Because when white people get shot, etc., etc.
So one second. Right? Now, my wife, on the other hand, she's black, right? Now, I hate saying that because it makes it seem like I'm going to start doing some stupid comparison jokes. Those dumb white guy, black guy jokes. And it's always like the white guy's like, oh, Jesus, I gotta do my taxes. Can this chair hold me? The black guy's always like, you need to loosen up. You gotta relax, man. You just gotta let it happen. All right? It's always the same stupid. At the end of the day, it's a woman. All right? It's gonna be the same fights. I don't give a fuck who you're with. I'm not going to lie to you. There might be more head movement and hand gestures with different races of women, possibly an index finger jabbing at your forehead, whatever the fuck that is. But at the end of the day, it's the same fights. What's going on with us? You need to work on this. Why don't we communicate better, right? So she starts watching this shit as a black person, right? Racism, obviously, that I'm seeing, but she was catching all this subtle shit that I was too white to see, but I knew I was missing it because I just kept hearing her huffing and puffing. Just sitting next to me being like, and I'm just sitting there like, okay, somebody did something. I don't know what just happened, but I don't think that was good.
So I've been seeing this girl recently, this black girl, right? She lives up in Harlem, gone out like 3-4 times, First time we hung out in like the Village area in New York, 99th Street, you know what I'm saying? The second the streets start getting into like triple digits, like 100, 101st Street, start getting like a little asthma, like, oh, fuck, it's starting to get a little high up here. You feel that little tightness in your chest? Can you feel that? 106th Street, you're like leaning on shit, like, dude, where'd all the cabs go? How come there's no taxis up here? Dude, what's a bodega? I don't know what that is. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Shut the door. Get me some water, though. Come back. Bitch moaning and complaining about all this stuff they don't have, but and it's like, you fucking outlive us. Really? You outlive us. Well, you know what? You have a birthday coming up. I know exactly what I'm getting you. Big bag of Fritos. You're an asshole. Yeah, so they're always bitch moaning and complaining about what they don't have, right? Do they ever look around and see what they do have? A whole fucking platoon of shoes, huh, that their guy paid, and complaining about what they don't have, right? You know, do they ever look around and see what they do have? A whole fucking platoon of shoes, huh, that their guy paid for.
I'll tell you what I have.
Right?
Douchebag for a husband.
Oh, snap. 12-6 right there, baby. Hey, Nia, do you know why I make more an hour than you? Because I'm better than you.
Actually, I have this black dude moved in my building, man. Lives on the same floor as me. He's one of the table. Yo, this country's at war, son. War! I'm just looking at my friend like, dude, did you hear him the first time? Because I heard him the first time. I was smiling, I was nodding. Actually, I got a couple of friends of African persuasion. I got to get rid of them, man. I got to admit to you. I'm finding I'm spending too much money on clothes, hanging out with them. It's like every time they go out, they got all brand new shit on. So when I show up with my white version of brand new, which is, you know, I ironed the shit, right? I ironed it, right? It's new. They just start trashing me. And I don't give a shit what fucked up color their shirt is. They got to happy. But after 10 years of living in the city, this is how I narrow it down. Whether a black dude scares me or not. Black dudes with dirty sneakers scare the fucking shit out of me. I figured out in my head, because I know from hanging out with them, that's the last shit that they're going to let go. The immediate shit that they have on. So I think, you know, if his sneakers are fucked up, that means his life is fucked up. Every time he leaves his building, the whole neighborhood, oh, shit! Everyone starts making fun of him. He's on the train in a bad mood. I kind of have this howdy-doody kind of... Man, I had a real weird experience last time I came down here. I was in Nashville, right? Sort of an awkward social situation, right? I'm sitting at this bar. There's this white dude sitting like 2 stools away. I don't know him. He doesn't know me. And that Terrell Owens story was in like sports news. So I try to make conversation. I'm like, man, look at this guy. This guy just signed a $40 million contract. He's already bitching, man. How much money do you need to make? And the dude looks at me. He's like, you know what I say? And then he looked over his shoulder, which I now know is the telltale sign that the N-word is coming, and it's coming hard. I just threw it in my lap. Like, trying to pass it down to the next white dude. I hate when people do that, man. You know, it's like, dude, feel me out first. Ask some questions. Do you like to fish? Have you ever fucked your sister, right? I start rattling off answers, then you go old school. You give me a pamphlet, you tell me about your militia.
It says, you know I love you, right? And I go, yeah, I love you too.
That isn't me. I've never said, you know,
Are you fucking serious?
Well, my memory isn't good, but I don't remember doing that.
I'll show you.
What do you say?
I can't believe you're... No, text just exists. Yeah, I press save on my text. What kind of phone do you have?
No, I like delete them after a while. What are you saving it for?
You delete texts?
Yeah.
Oh, I never do.
Look at my posture right now. I'm as far over into this chair as I can possibly be. I just feel like kind of came here to hang out and have a good time, and you just like that intro was just like, yeah. It was
I thought you'd like that.
I fucking hate this guy. He's a douchebag, but he came down here. I mean, that's how I heard it.
I think that's how you hear a lot of things. You ever hear this? If it's hysterical, it's historical. So I think, like, things trigger you, make you time bomb that your dad was, or things like that were out of your control, and you don't like feeling out of control or people telling you what to do. That's my theory.
This
is so uncomfortable for you.
It feels like
an
emotional intervention.
All right.
No, I'm trying to be, no, my big thing, only thing I'm really working on in my life is I'm trying not to snap as much. Like, it's like, I just have a fucking temper, man, and I don't know how to, like, it's just my natural slow down and make a right onto the street he wanted to go onto. And all of a sudden I just found myself just going like, oh, what the fuck? Really? Really? Fucking asshole, just go. Like, why do you turn so slow? And then I talk myself out of it. It's like, he probably lives on that street, Bill.
Yeah.
His kids could be playing out in the yard. So I've gotten to the point where I still snap, but I sort of talk to myself afterwards. So I don't know if that's better or if I'm slow. It's like gave up and then somebody else came over. And it's like forever. And I'm just standing there. And she got mad at me, so she starts saying all that. We have to put it through the toaster like 2 times. We have to get the avocado out. She started like breaking the thing down. And I was standing there. I got so mad. I'd already paid for it and a banana. And I just said, fuck this.
I just walked away, still hungry, and then I ate the banana and that described to me how to make salmon avocado toast and act like they were pouring the foundation of a fucking house. And it's just like, I fucking hate people. I fucking hate people that hate their job. And especially a shit job. And it's like, this is why you're fucking here. I had this job. I fucking crushed it. I crushed it. I was a dishwasher. I was a cook. I did all of this shit. I fucking crushed it. I'm not saying this is the only skill this person fucking has, but it's just like, if you're not going to try at this because you think you deserve a better fucking job, when you get that, you're going to be an arrogant ass and you're not going to be fun to work for. I thought all of that over fucking avocado toast.
I think that we're not so different, but I could be wrong. You feel that I feel I've got you figured out, and you're right.
I just think you like me.
I do like
you. You like me, but we can be different.
Ultimately, you do change with the times.
Okay.
You thought I was wrapping it up. I fucking ripped another.
No, I feel like with you, there's this person you want me to be. So you keep telling me that I'm this fucking guy that I'm not.
Who's the guy you think I think you are?
I don't know. I don't know who sent you those texts.
I'm gonna fucking post them. No, I won't.
Okay.
I'm gonna fucking post them. No, I won't.
Okay.
I remember driving home and you being like, you know I love you. And I was like, I love you too. Does not ring a bell at all.
When the way you just did it, it did. This was one of my favorite interviews. I had a great time.
That can't be true.
No, I liked how weird it got.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Well, all right. How about this for weird? Thank you, Bill Burr, for coming on.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Farrell, look, America, I know I always say I love you at the end, but to be honest, in the beginning, it was like a joke. It was a bet I had with my buddies, and then I really fell in love with you. Good night.
So, where do you go from there? Well, as I mentioned last time I came through town, I wanted to get a gun. Yeah, I do. Yeah, but I finally given up on that. I gave up on that dream. My wife doesn't want me to get one, so. Yeah, she didn't want to. You gotta pick your fucking battles. I'm gonna learn how to fly a helicopter on the sly. I can't fucking have some 357 hanging around. I'm doing whatever I want, all right? When I say go, eat it, right? Can't be that person. You laughing at that, sir? That's not enough? I don't know. I'm down south. What do you think? That's not enough, right? You want you shotgun, right? 44. You guys are out of your minds. You're out of your fucking minds. Let me ask you, all you gun guys, right? Who are gonna make fun if I had a 22? What's with your 22? That little queer gun? Do you keep it between your buttocks? Is that the holster? Is that what you do with your gay little gun? Fucking glasses, right? You look at your spread or whatever, and then you put it back in there, right? You ever shot that thing without fucking earplugs? Because that's what's going to happen when that intruder comes in. You're not going to have time to be, hang on a second, let me just yeah, you're not going to have time. Dude, I shot a 5-shot 38 one time without earplugs. Okay, I was landscaping this guy's yard, right? He comes out at the end of the job, he goes, hey, I got this 5-shot 38. You want to go out car? Okay? Jesus Christ, can we agree on that? So I'm like, all right, let's do it. Fuck it. So I go down there. Never shot a gun before. I bring the gun up. I pointed at the car. I pull the trigger. I saw the muzzle flash. I felt the kick. I never heard the gun. I pulled the trigger. All I just heard was, I shot the gun 4 more times. Never heard it. Didn't get louder. These people that has like the gun here and the bullets there. You got the thing fucking loaded, ready to go. 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. This is when the psycho's coming in too, right? That's when they come in. 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Okay, they don't come by at like 6:30 at night as you're cutting into a pork chop. Hey, I'm out of my mind. I'm coming back in 20 minutes. So stretch out your hammies because it's going to get crazy. Right? That's not how it works. They wait till you're dead asleep. 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, right before REM sleep is kicking in. What's the matter? What? Huh? Oh, you hear something? What's the matter? barking for? He's shaking. What's the matter? Huh? You hear something? What's...